I think Pep needs to is like I don't know what he has done to Manchester, the Manchester derby that makes it so easy. Maybe I think is it Pep who's too good, or is it Manchester United who are just bad?
Can't it be both?
It can be both. It can be both, but I also feel like well, if somebody is good, you need to match his energy. Yeah. So you can't say that this guy is too good every time.
But Ole matched his energy.
But Ole used to win.
Ole beat him.
Yeah.
I remember there was at one time he was the only manager to beat Pep 4 times in one season or something. But it was chaos football. Ole was the king of chaos football.
Yeah, but I think United, leave alone even the derby, I think as a team, the way we've been saying, they need a lot of work in order for them to get back to the United we know. Then when you come now to the derby, you find a City which is already built, a team that is ready to destroy.
Yeah.
Then like today's game looked very easy for City. We didn't have
Control,
much
pressure.
So what exactly did Manchester United do? What could they have done different today?
Pressing. To me, I feel their pressing was a bit off. They let Man City just play through them a lot. For the second goal, or the second goal, where Bernardo Silva gave that cross, it was Manchester United pressing really badly, and then it was a clipped ball from Ederson, I think, to Walker. Actually, it was Foden who relaxed the ball to Walker. Walker gave it to Rodri. Rodri passed it to Alvarez, and then there was an overload where it was 2 players on that side. And we all knew, I think I called it, I said, this is a goal for City. Because that you cannot press like that against City. You cannot press and leave spaces against City. You just can't do that. They will find that person and they will kill you. If you play against City, either play in a mid block where you don't press too much so that you don't give them space, or when you press them, go close to man so that they just have to kick long and hope Haaland stops the ball and tries to do something with it, because otherwise they get killed. So I think the pressing needs to change for Manchester United for them to get to a place where they can challenge for anything.
So does the pressing come down to positional awareness? Because I feel like as much as we need to press, like there are times where, like you said, they should have just dropped back and wait for Man City to build up in the way they want and try,
but now not get too close to their half.
Yeah, because I feel like the other side, they should have been aware that there were two players, and where was the left back? I'm not so sure. Right back. Where was he? Yeah. So it's.
Yeah. I also. Okay. Yeah. Give your thoughts first before I say what you say.
I think Man United were not mentally prepared for this game.
Exactly.
They were still thinking about Bobby Chan.
Even there's something I wanted to say about the mentality. I think this is the first group of United fans that don't have the United.
Fans of
morale.
Players.
No, I mean these are the group of players who don't like they don't know like the heaviness that comes with the badge. Like in the previous seasons, you could see, yes, United was struggling, but you could have players who could have pulled off something. The likes of Pogba.
They had quality.
Yeah.
Even Marshall at that time would come off the bench and do something wonderful. But now.
Yeah, but now this team, I think
they have dropped the standard.
Rashford is no longer the Rashford we knew, especially from last season. So I think United have a really long way, and maybe it's also the pressure from the fans, because you see, you expect United to maintain that standard.
Yeah. Also, there is something that Bill mentioned that I want to go back to. He said, is it the positional awareness? Yes, I agree. This group of Manchester United players, as the coach before Ten Hag, the one who was brought in to be temporary coach, he said, Ralph Rangnick. When he was at Manchester United, he said, this group of players are not good enough to play for this club. In order for Manchester United to get to where they need to get to, they need to get rid of more than half of that squad. That's what he said, and he was very honest about it. And it's not because they lack quality. It's because they lack the mentality. And I said it after Manchester United went 2-0 down. These people cannot start, they just give up. They stop running. They just wait. Remember the 7-0? They just they gave up. It was okay. Let's just wait. Let's wait for the game to end. And that's not what needs to happen. They need to be a bit more anxious. But I also give the blame to the manager. Positional awareness cannot happen, cannot still be a problem 1 year down the line with you being in charge. The first season, you might say they're still learning. But right now, if you have a poor pressing structure, it's because you are not a good coach at coaching presses. Because you cannot have still players who are not positionally aware. 2, maybe those players are not following instructions. The fact that he was overspending on players instead of knowing how to build the squad slowly with good players for the right amount of money, that's where he also went wrong. Because these players might not follow or they have a bad mentality. Sancho was there, maybe let's say he was not playing well, but he spent 100 million on Anthony. Anthony is not a player worth 30 million. He should have gone for he should have just planned his squad better. He went for Lisandro Martinez for 60 million. It's not too bad, but it's too much money for an average-ish kind of defender. Because if a defender cannot hold up his man and be that dominant, he's still not good enough. Then he's not able to phase out players easily. It's like they fight fast in order for them to leave, and then because they are forced, they cannot leave for a lot of money. And I feel that's also part of it. That's why he's going to lose a lot of money and can't get it. Last season, Vote Vegas was part of the reason Rashford was playing really well. He should have just kept in as a loan deal for one more season or something, because Rasmus Hojlund looks decent when running, but he is not just the same presence as Vote Vegas. So he should know what to do in order to maintain the same dynamics that he was using last season when Manchester United actually fought and got top 4. So I feel he has a lot of blame to take, even though Manchester United are horrible as a club. But the manager. But
United had in the game I saw 2 good chances, one for Rashford and another one for Hojlund. Again, I'll say about the mentality. Rashford on a good day, that was a goal. No debate, that's a goal. Also, the Hojlund, if he kept the ball, also that could be a goal. That time, City didn't have a second or a third goal, meaning the game would have balanced. But it's already, they came to the game knowing we are going to lose. So
it's about let's see if we can, but if it doesn't, it's okay.
It was more of damage control.
As somebody mentioned, it was about how many goals City are going to score. It's not about the win, but
actually they played worse than they played when they were thrashed 6-3.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually I agree. There's somebody who actually said when you were watching Manchester United last season, even if they were being beaten apart from the 7-0, you could see they were trying something. The 6-3, you could see what Manchester United were trying. It's just that it wasn't happening. You could see it. It's just that it's not working. This season, you cannot see it. All the wins they've gotten, it's been, let's say, lax or something.
Scrappy goals.
Scrappy goals. The Burnley one. Burnley were big, conceding goals right, left, and center from everyone. They got a 1-0 and it was magic from Bruno Fernandes. Otherwise, it was a struggle. Sheffield United almost beat them. Brentford, they got a comeback just because McTominay decided to be prime Henry or prime Van Nistelrooy. He's just getting everything. Copenhagen, they needed Onana to save a penalty in the last minute for them to win it. They are not doing, I don't know if it's the instructions or it's the manager, but there is just something wrong at Manchester United. And ain't good this season.
Well, like I said, maybe the owners need to leave now, because I'm not so sure whether even the fans support the ownership structure.
They don't.
Or they demonstrate outside and say, I think the owners, how much are they invested in the club, or how much desire do they have to see?
They're actually investing. The problem is Manchester United are too over-reliant on Sir Alex Ferguson to do everything. Now they don't know who to hire as somebody to oversee the transfers or anything. It's just like, nani ako kwa market? How much is it? Sawa, no Pogba. Okay, who else? Anthony 100 sawa.
They actually even don't scout. They wait for other clubs, then they try to poach.
Yeah. A new strategy, it proves it doesn't work.
If it was Ferguson, there was somebody, I don't know if you said it on this podcast when we were just talking off camera. They said, as Alex Ferguson was still a manager right now at Manchester United, Declan Rice would have been at Manchester United. Harry Kane will be at Manchester United. Grealish should have, maybe or maybe not, but he will be at Manchester United. Defender, any decent good McGuire, any English superstar would have been at Manchester. Bellingham probably Bellingham would have been at Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson scouted, knew this person, he wanted him, and sent his players during international. I want that player, and he got it done because Manchester United don't lack money. It's not the money that is the issue; it's how they invest it. So they need to scrap up of everything and get people at the top who know actually what they're doing. These are the things.
Yeah, I think we need to close up with Chelsea lost. Yeah, Chelsea lost again.